What's up, guys? You know who it is. It's your boy Pat Buckets here, about to bring you a new video, no lit video here on my channel. And before we get into it, please go like this video, please go subscribe, and please go turn on the post notifications for more videos to come. And please go to my Patreon page, subscribe to that. There's going to be giveaways being given out soon. Like me, I'm going to start giving out giveaways soon. You gotta go in there and become a Patreon. Even if you give me $1, whatever it happens, whatever you can, become a patron, and I'm going to be giving out giveaways soon. But other than that, guys, let's get to the video here. So the video here tonight, we're going to talk about, it's another sports talk video, but it's about one team, and one team only. I'm going to be talking about what happened to that 2018-2019 Boston Celtics. The difference is that I did a video on what's going to be close to this topic earlier on in the year. I think it was back in November or December. I did this video where I said why the Boston Celtics are struggling right now, and why I thought we were going to turn around and get back to where we were. But like we said, if you guys didn't know, we've been playing the Milwaukee Bucks. We're in the second round of playoffs, and we won the first game of the series by 21 points. We pretty much dominated Milwaukee throughout the game, and ever since that, we have lost 3 games in a row to go down 3-1 in the series. And most likely this series is over, and we're going to be going home, which will be the most disappointing way to end the season. And I'm going to talk about why this has been the most disappointing Boston Celtics team ever. Starting right now. So, let's go all the way back to last year. The Boston Celtics last year signed Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward. They signed Gordon Hayward and they traded for Kyrie to trade him the Isaiah trade. And that was to improve our team. And we all thought they were going to be champions off of that. First game of the season last year, Gordon Hayward goes out with injury. And that kind of dampened our chance. Later on in the year, though, halfway through the season, Kyrie goes down with a knee injury, ends up having surgery. He's down for the year. We go into the playoffs without our 2 best players. And us being the underdog, we got ourselves to the conference finals, and we're 48 minutes away. We were 12 minutes away from going to the NBA Finals before losing in Cleveland Game 7, where we just couldn't shoot the ball. Now let's transfer it to this year. Kyrie Irving comes back, healthy as ever. Gordon Hayward comes back. But the difference between Kyrie and Gordon Hayward came back from a devastating knee and devastating ankle injury and has not been the same ever since. At the beginning of the season, though, instead of having Gordon Hayward come off the bench, rest up and get ready, and have him be ready for when he actually gets back to himself, Brad Stevens put him in the starting lineup, which messed up what we have going, because then you had Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have to take a step back to get Kyrie and Gordon Hayward back into it. They were more concerned trying to get Gordon Hayward back in the puzzle. And that messed up players like Terry Rozier, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum had to take a lower role, and they struggled all year with it. And it's not that Gordon Hayward was a great player. It was just too early to have him back on the court. And we started losing the games early. And we had Milwaukee and Toronto take too many games up top. So we dropped all the way down to number 4. We were lucky enough to be number 4. Kyrie had a great year. Gordon Hayward had a tough year. Jason Tatum lowered his. Everyone was not as good. The only 3 guys that were inconsistent were Kyrie, Al Horford, and Marcus Morris. Let's now screw them all the way to the playoffs. We played Indiana in the first round. We swept them. But it's not like we looked great in any of those games. And we showed some weaknesses. We showed some struggles. We showed all this stuff. And We could have lost a few of those games, but we were lucky enough that Indianapolis did not have that closer who could come in and finish the games for them, and we were able to come back. Kyrie wasn't especially great in that series. But we were like, okay, come Milwaukee, it's going to be a different story. Game 1 against Milwaukee. Like I said, we beat him by 22 points. Kyrie had 26 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. Gordon Hayward played a good game. Jaylen Brown was amazing. Jason Tatum struggled. Al Horford was great on Giannis, on Antetokounmpo. But what happened after that? They let go of the ropes. Milwaukee came in Game 2, which we all expected them to win. And in the third quarter, we let them go on a 39-8 run to pretty much put the game away. And Milwaukee tied the series 1-1. Into Game 3 we go. Back home, we're all excited. We think the Celtics have this in order. They're going to beat. We're going to come back, have a great game. Kyrie said he's going to come back, have a great game after only having 9 points. His worst shooting performance of his career. 9 points in Game 2. Kyrie did have a much more of a better game. He scored 28 points, but still shot under 50%. And the Boston Celtics, again, had a 12-point lead heading into the third quarter, and and at halftime, they were down. Third quarter comes, Milwaukee goes on second straight game. Milwaukee goes on a 40-6 run in Game 3, in that third quarter, to take a 20-point lead. Boston tried to fight back, but being down 20 and Kyrie struggling in the second half, did not score in the second half until the fourth quarter. We lost Game 3 by 7 points, even though it was much higher than that. Then let's transition to Game 4. We're home again. Game 4. Kyrie has to step up. He's the leader of his team. To expect, okay, he made strap 40 in this game. But what happens? We played so well in that first half, but Kyrie had a dismal night shooting. For the third straight game, he shot under 50%. He ended with 23 points. Don't know how. The way he shot the ball, I thought he only had 14. He did not look like a leader out there. He couldn't hit a shot. He was turning over the ball. But it was not helping our team. He was shooting the ball, him having the ball in his hands. And there was a time in that game where the fans were booing Kyrie Irving. But we also gave up another big run into that third quarter, and we tried to fight back in the fourth. But we couldn't. And we're now down 3-1 in the series. So why did I do this video? Because this is the reason why this is going to be the most disappointing Boston Celtics team of all time. For the talent we have on this team, in Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier, Al Horford, Aaron Baines, Marcus Morris, you can't ask for a better team. You have 2 stars coming off the bench when he's not in the lineup, and Gordon Hayward and Jaylen Brown. You have the starting lineup that should gel, but they're not. There's either arguments, there's people looking at social media getting upset, worried about what Kyrie's going to do. Kyrie wouldn't shut his mouth during the season about what he's going to do in the offseason. And look what's happened now. We've gotten lazy. We've gotten off track. We have not been able to stop Giannis because we're not trying to. They're letting him blow by, get easy layups, or fouling him because they can't catch him because they're not trying. You're allowing runs like this. You can't score the ball even though you have so much talent who can shoot the ball and make the shot. You're missing. You're taking too many ISO shots. The only guy who should be taking ISO shots is Kyrie. Gordon Hayward struggling, which we thought he finally started playing well. You can't defend. And for this to happen after last year, well, like I said, we were 12 minutes away from making it to the NBA Finals. if we don't somehow come back from 3-1 down, Kyrie's journey in Boston, Kyrie's career in Boston, is going to be tarnished. It's going to be a disaster. And it's going to be a disgrace. Because we were able to get 12 minutes away from the finals without him. And now with him, we can't even get to the conference final. And it's no disrespect on the Milwaukee Bucks. They're a very good team. They have maybe arguably the best player in the world, Giannis Antetokounmpo. But it doesn't mean they have more talent than we do. We are not showing our potential that we did last year. We're not showing heart. We're not showing the skill that we had last year. It's because everyone is worried about the offseason. At this point, for the Boston Celtics, it's, what do you do? Do you want to win, or do you want to go home and think about what's going to happen in the offseason? It's up to you guys now. You got 3 games, but it starts in Game 5. I don't want to see them go on another 40-6 run on you. If this season ends on Wednesday night in Milwaukee, you can kiss Kyrie goodbye from Boston. You can kiss Brad Stevens, I feel like, out of Boston. And this team is going to be absolutely changed going into next season. And this team will be on 30 for 30 for one of the worst, the most shocking, the most epic collapse of a team built to be a championship contender, having to get knocked down in the second round. I hope the Boston Celtics learn from their mistakes. I hope they think about it. I hope they're ready for the journey. Because Game 5 could be the last game for most of it, for a lot of them in Boston. We'll see what happens in Game 5, though. It all rides on them now. Their dream could come home, and they could be playing Game 6 and hopefully Game 7 in Milwaukee and somehow make a shocker the Cleveland Cavaliers did a few years ago. Or Kyrie's going to be proven that no, he can't win without LeBron. So good luck to Kyrie. Good luck to the Boston Celtics. We'll be cheering you on tomorrow. And we'll see what team comes out in a must-win game. But this is why the Boston Celtics have been a complete disappointment this year, and why this is going to be the worst Boston Celtics team ever. But that could change if they can find a way to win this series. They got to grow up. They got to take care of business. They got to play defense. They got to play defense. They got to make their shots. They got to look like the Boston Celtics of last year. Because this is not Boston Celtics team. This is not even a team right now. This is a disgrace of a team. Just a disgrace. And I heard Danny Ainge even say about how much of a disgrace, how players are getting affected by social media. Look at their phones. Take your phones away. Put your phones away while you play it. Don't think about what's going on outside the world, outside the basketball court. Play your game. Just play your game. Don't care what happens in the offseason. The offseason will come. Right now you're playing for a title. Milwaukee's kicking your ass right now. And they probably should be the way you're playing right now. And for Brad Stevens to be coaching the way he is, allowing 40-0 runs in the third quarter, he's going to get his ass fired if he doesn't fix this soon. So stop playing games, Boston. Can't be losing leads. You can't be up by 12 and keep losing leads every game with the talent you have. You have too much talent for this to end up tomorrow night. But it probably will if you don't come out and show up and actually play your game. Good luck to you guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. And after that, and for that, that is the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video here. I hope I pretty much said my piece on the Boston Celtics and why they have had a disastrous 2018-2019 season. Like we said, we hope it's not over if you're a Boston fan or a Boston Celtics fan. So it pains me not to make this video. It pains me not to say what I've said. But the critics are out there, and I'm a critic. I have too much expectation for this team. Expectations for this team. And we hope there will be a Game 6. But it's up to Kyrie Irving, who has been a complete disaster in his playoffs. Kyrie, if he doesn't get out of this second round, he's not going to prove anything about him saying he doesn't need LeBron to win a championship. Because if we lose, it's on him. Because the way he played. It's on him and it's on Brad Stevens. Because it just doesn't look like he cares. It looks like he has 1 foot out the door. And that's how I feel if we don't get out of this series. But like I said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said before, please go like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications for more videos to come and more videos in the past. And yeah, guys, this has been Pat Buckets. And that was NBA Sports Talk. Till next time, guys. Good night and peace for the Buckets channel. See you guys.